So it's muted.
Okay, can you all hear me?
I can hear
Yes.
you, but I couldn't hear Brandy.
You couldn't hear Brandy. Okay, but you can hear me.
Yes.
Great. Okay. Well, hello for those who are joining us this evening on this gorgeous February day. My name is Sarah Kiesewetter, and I'm the founding headmaster at John Adams Academy of Douglas County. We're really excited to have you all join us. We're going to allow a couple of minutes for folks to hop on the webinar before we get started introducing our new faculty and staff. So, one of the most exciting parts of my job and most fulfilling parts of my job is that I have had the pleasure of meeting a whole team of exceptional professionals. And these are people who come from different walks of life, different educational backgrounds, but who share a common vision of passion for educating our future servant leaders. And, as I interviewed these folks and talked about why they were interested in the John Adams model, every single one of them really spoke to something in our 10 core values that they found appealing. So whether they had come from the public school background, private school background, public charter school background, new to teaching, getting their degree, every single one of them spoke to how the mission and the vision of our school is something that they really believe in. And that's something that's unique to charter schools. Charter schools offer a unique educational model for families. And that's the blessing of our country, the liberty that we share is that we're able to choose that educational model and decide what do we want for our kids? What do we want for our families? What do we want for our community? John Adams Academy offers an exceptional opportunity for high academics, but also character development. And that's something that the classical tradition takes seriously and that we do a great job with. So, everyone tonight spoke to that and said, I want to be a part of this school. I want to be a part of this mission because I see in education not just developing skills, not just reading books, but helping our scholars to develop the kind of character that makes for a good society. And so that was a really powerful message that just kept coming through. So these are the new faculty and staff. Not everyone was able to join us this evening, but we'll do more in the future as we hire on more folks. But we thought it would be great for the community to get to know a little bit about the people that will be teaching their children. And it's a super exciting opportunity. It's the inaugural year. There's so much excitement, there's so much spirit behind this school, and everyone is really committed to developing servant leaders who are keepers and defenders of the principles of freedom, for which our founding fathers pledged their lives, fortunes, and sacred honor. These teachers are committed to giving your children the very best. Our staff are committed to giving your children the very best. And united, we are going to be just an incredible school in the Sterling Ranch community. So this is one of the most exciting parts of my job is getting to meet a team and bring on a team that shares the same passion that I do for classical education. So, with that, what we'll do this evening is we'll go through everyone who's a panelist is going to be on staff next year. And so they'll get a chance to speak about themselves a little bit and talk about their backgrounds. At the end, we'll leave open space for Q&A, depending on how long it takes. I don't want everyone to have to hang on for too long, but I'll address questions at the end of the session through Q&A. All righty. Okay, so let us introduce, drum roll, Vijal Patel. She is a paraprofessional who will be joining us in the fall. Vijal, are you with us? Uh-oh. Something just happened strange. Sorry, guys. Let me go back up. Oh, no. Okay, we'll go back to Vijal. If I hear you, Vijal, I'll go back to you. All right, how about Candace Barth? She's our new office manager.
Hello, I am here.
Hi.
Um, yes, so as Sarah said, my name is Candace, and I'm super excited to be the office manager for John Adams Academy. I do have a pretty diverse and eclectic educational and career background, so bear with me. I was raised here in Littleton, Colorado, and studied at the University of Arizona in Tucson, Arizona, to earn my BFA in dance and a minor in business. I then returned to Colorado to dance professionally, locally, nationally, and internationally. And when I felt that I was finished with my professional dance career, I wanted to explore more pedagogy, curriculum development, choreography, and arts administration in dance. So I returned to the University of Arizona as a graduate teaching assistant and earned my Master of Fine Arts. Being a very analytical type A personality in a very creative industry, I always found opportunities to exercise my right brain in a left brain world. So, for instance, I'm very proud of the fact that I'm one of the only choreographers I know that would plan out her dances with an Excel spreadsheet. And I also found many opportunities to work in administration, including managing a startup CPA firm. There's so many beautiful qualities that I love about classical education and specifically John Adams Academy. But I think the one that resonates with me the most is its mission of creating servant leaders. My Jesuit education background, I went to Regis Jesuit High School, the girls division, and going there, it really instilled in me this concept of being a woman for others. That's what we would constantly say every day in our reflections. And I'm really looking forward to working for and sending my kids to an institution that values its impact on the community as a whole. So I'm just really excited about that. So speaking of my kids, I do have two kids. My son will be in first grade next year at John Adams, and then my daughter will be following in a few years in kindergarten. So I can't stress enough how thrilled I am to be a part of the team. And please know that I'm deeply motivated for the success of all of our students, teachers, and the school. So thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, Candace. And we're so glad to have you on board too. All right, so we will move on. Ms. Cassie Buccio is our second grade teacher, one of our second grade teachers, actually. Cassie, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, everybody. I'm Cassie Buccio. I'm going to be teaching second grade at JA. Very excited. Um, for my education, I have my bachelor's in literature and linguistics, my master's in early childhood special education, and I am planning on starting my doctorate sometime in the next year, so stay tuned for that. Um, For background, I've taught preschool and ex have experience in second grade. Um, I'm really excited about JAA because I love the idea, like Candace, of modeling that servant leadership, um, that I can teach that to the students in my class. I also love the idea of just like the national heritage being a focus, modeling what we teach again, and that focus of character and integrity. Um, I also, what I love to do in my classroom is really bring a culture of compassion, encouragement from coming from me, but also from the students in the class for each other, and really fostering that love of self-empowered learning. As far as like my hobbies, I love to cycle, run, create art, and I love to play board games with my four children. Three of them, my oldest ones, will be in JA next year. They'll be in fourth, third, first, and then the following year, my youngest will be in kindergarten. And they're very excited, very, very excited to be there. Um, and some of my favorite things to read are Hamlet by Shakespeare, The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde. I love to read plays. My favorite novel is Mark of the Lion series by Francine Rivers. And yeah.
Awesome. I have never read that series. I'll have to pick that up.
Oh,
Okay,
yes, it's
good.
very good. Yeah.
I've heard of it. I just have never read that. That's awesome. Cool. Hi, thank you so much, Cassie. We're
Thank
so glad
you.
to have you on board.
Me too.
All right, and next up, Mr. Dan Green. Right now, he's serving as our office manager slash registrar. So you may have already connected with him in some capacity. In fact, if you probably have, if you're going through the process of registering. But in the fall, he'll be joining us as the secondary math teacher. Hi, Dan.
Hi, thanks for inviting me and letting me talk here. Yeah, many of you know me because I'm the guy who sorts out your problems when the registration database doesn't function well. So I'm sorry for that. It's kind of finicky, but you can call me or email me anytime, and I'll help you through that process. Yeah, I'm going to be the secondary school math teacher. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm a graduate of MIT, and I had a long career in engineering and venture capital before I came to teaching. I taught in the algebra sequence at Golden View Classical Academy for about 5 years, and then I'm currently teaching advanced math to middle schoolers at the Rick Center for Gifted Children. I teach also a competition math seminar at Mines for elementary and high school students who want to access the sorts of problems that are on the AMC exam. On a personal note, though, the reason I'm excited to join JAA I'm an IEP dad. My eldest daughter, was on an IEP for years. She has autism spectrum disorder and ADHD. We moved her out of the district setting that she was in, and it was up in Jeffco, because at the time Jeffco just couldn't understand her needs in literacy and communication, and we moved her into a core knowledge environment, a core knowledge school, and then ultimately a classical setting to address those needs. The thing I'd say about the classical approach to education is that the whole book approach and the discussion format really does help some kids with certain disabilities. It really allowed my daughter to work on her literacy and communication skills. But probably most importantly, I think that the most important people were her friends and her faculty mentors. They really helped her access the curriculum and helped her improve her literacy and communication skills. And frankly, her life turned around. Um, so she's off to CU Boulder this fall. She's a graduating senior, and we just never thought she'd get that far. It's absolutely amazing. And I just wanted to say this. Um, I've never viewed my own child through the lens of deficiency, and I really can't view any other kids that way either. I've always viewed my daughter to have an abundance of grace and talent. We call them, sorry, I'm breaking up here, but we call them superpowers when she was young. Uh, excuse me. It's just kind of emotional to talk about it, but I had the privilege to be her Algebra 2 teacher, and I'll tell you, teaching her was one of the most fun experiences of my life. She could really do math. So she knocked it out of the park. I'm really excited to be joining JAA because of its focus on classical education, and its core values of mentorship and its embrace of the abundance mentality. What I feel children of all backgrounds need to succeed. So thank you, and I look forward to answering your questions.
Thanks for sharing that, Dan. I really appreciate that. Go, Siobhan. All right, moving on. Joining our team as a fourth grade teacher, Mr. Eddie Rivera. Hello.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Again, my name is Eddie Rivera. I'm a graduate from the University of Central Florida, and I'm currently working on my master's degree at the University of Denver. I'm focusing on teaching curriculum and instruction with a cognate in cultural language diversity. While I'm not at DU, I student teach at Denver Green School, specifically fourth grade math and literacy. I focus on small groups. I have a math intervention group that they're awesome, along with a small intervention group for fluency. Yesterday, we had a great opportunity to go to the Denver Museum of Nature and Science, which was fabulous. One of the things that I really love about joining the team at John Adams is, again, the culture and growing in the classical education focus. I love the core values. My background before becoming an educator was as a Marine officer. I retired from the Marine Corps 3 years ago as an O4 major logistics officer. So understanding those core values and holding them dear to my heart are true. And I'm passionate about teaching young men and young women. Part of my military background was teaching recruits to become basically trained Marines. So I understand the enlisted process along with the officer prospect. I also value the cores, especially modeling how we teach along with self-governance, personal responsibility and accountability. I really feel that as teachers, we owe it to the families who are entrusting their children with us to give them our very best and to model and lead by example. And I just want to say thank you again to John Adams Academy for allowing me and to become an educator, a classical educator.
Well, we're really excited to have you. It's going to be a wonderful year, and we're super honored to have you on our faculty, and thank you for your service.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Mrs. Emily Kraft, she joins us as the school registrar.
Hi, everyone. It's so good to be here this evening. I am so excited to be joining John Adams as the registrar. I'll be starting as the registrar in July, so I look forward to interacting with families and helping you guys transition into the school from wherever you're coming from. Um, I actually had the privilege of benefiting from classical education starting as a student. In ninth grade, I attended one of the first classical schools in Colorado, Ridgeview Classical School in Fort Collins. And I immediately appreciated the high standards of academic excellence, which John Adams also upholds. And I just saw from a firsthand account how we as students rose to the occasion when the standards were set really high, and you gain just so much confidence in your own abilities, and you figure out that you can do things that you never even knew you could do. So then in college, I knew that I wanted to pursue teaching in the classical world. And so I completed an honors thesis while I was at CSU on the comparison of literature classes in classical schools compared to those that were um, compared to models of teaching used by a more progressive education ideal. So I, in that process, got to interview several teachers at three different classical schools in Northern Colorado and got to learn just about their philosophies behind why they were teaching what they were teaching and how they were teaching it. And that just furthered my passion for classical education, my desire to be a teacher. So I joined Loveland Classical Schools after I graduated college, and I taught there for 2 years before getting married and moving to the Denver area, where I taught at Golden View Classical Academy for 3 years. And I'm just so excited to be joining John Adams as it gets started. And I think the part of the core values that really speaks to me the most is the idea um, of virtue, both public and private virtue, because it's easy, or it can be easy from the outside looking in, to think that a classical education is just about providing a really rigorous academic environment. And while we do provide that, it's so much more than that. It's about viewing students as entire people and real humans who have struggles and successes and emotions and character that can be developed. And yeah, I'm just so excited to be a part of this school that just cares about each student individually as a human and cares about developing them to be informed citizens that appreciate and understand the heritage of the country that they live in. So thank you for having me.
We're really happy to have you. I'm so glad to have you on staff, Emily. All right, we have another Emily. Miss Emily Sharp is joining us as our secondary English teacher. Emily, are you here?
Yes, thank you.
Hi.
Hi. I'm Emily Sharp, and I am so excited to join JAA as the secondary English teacher. I am currently finishing up my master's degree at Northern Arizona University, and that is in applied linguistics and teaching English as a second language. I also did my bachelor's degree here in English. And through that, I've also worked as a paraprofessional on the side, and I've been substituting in the local school districts, including a Montessori district nearby as well. So I have had the opportunity to work with really every age level, which is super fun. And then I've also been teaching two sections of freshman English at Northern Arizona University. So I've had some experience with that as well. I am really excited to teach at JAA because of the emphasis on that virtue. I really strongly believe that students grow academically and personally through engaging with those long-time classical texts and big ideas. I really value the classical models, focus on careful reasoning, all of the civil discourse and character formation, especially. And I really look forward to fostering that in the classroom culture as well. I am also a Colorado native. I was born and raised in the Springs, so just a little south. And so I am really excited to return back to my home state and serve families in the Sterling Ranch and Littleton community. And outside of school, I'm a big reader. I love being outdoors and I love spending time with my cats.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Emily. We're really glad to have you on board and really looking forward to what you do in the secondary school for our scholars. Thank you so much. All right, and also joining us is Mr. Jason Cedillo. He will be our secondary history teacher in the fall. You there, Jason? Mm. Okay, if he hops on and you hear him or
There we
anyone
go.
sees Jason. Oh, are you there?
I am. Sorry about
Hi.
that.
That's okay. Good to see you. Hello.
Fantastic. It's wonderful to see you, and thank you for everybody taking time out of your busy days to hear all of our stories. And I'll go ahead and tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Jason Cedillo. I'm a Colorado native. I've lived here my whole life. We're very lucky to be in such a beautiful state. Um, for my college education, I went to the Metropolitan State University of Denver. There, I was able to get my Bachelor's of Arts in History and Organizational Communication. Uh, my involvement with education began actually when I was in college myself. I worked at a middle school in Commerce City, Colorado. I oversaw a mentoring program that saw us not only match middle school students with some of their peers, but also high school mentors and adult mentors. And it's one of the reasons why it was some of the, the 10 core values resonate with me so much because there is such a great emphasis on mentoring. I've seen the benefits of mentoring throughout my not only educational career, but I've also been in law enforcement for the last 22 years. And that is coming to an end because I would like to kind of bring this full circle and come back to the education system where I can teach and work with these students that really hopefully we develop you know, help them in developing their identities, their character, their integrity. And I think my phone is glitching. I do apologize.
You're
But that's
good.
me in a
We can hear you.
nutshell. Okay, wonderful.
Yeah, thank you so much. For those listening too, Mr. Studio also serves on the Mapleton School District Board. So he has a lot of involvement with education and educational models, and we're really excited to have him on. He's going to be a phenomenal asset to our school. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Next up, Mrs. Jessica Villa. She's joining as our other second grade teacher in the fall. Jess, are you here?
I am here. Good
Hello.
evening.
Hi. Good to see you.
Hi. I am so excited. This is such a neat thing that you have put together for us. So thank you so much.
You're
Um,
welcome.
I am very excited for many reasons. A little bit about me. I graduated from California State University Stanislaus. Well, I got my BA in liberal arts and also earned my multiple subject credential. This upcoming school year will be my eighth year teaching, and I have experience in both kindergarten and in second grade. I am currently a mom of two. I have a 3-year-old and a 6-month-old. So right now my hobby is sleeping. because I don't get to do that very much. So when I do get enough sleep, I do enjoy being outside and reading a lot as well. So I'm excited to talk about different books with everybody. I think out of the 10 core values, the one that resonates the most with me is building a culture of greatness. I I always teach my students that not only am I there to help them encourage their learning, but I'm also there to help them learn how to be a good human. And I think that's so important. I also am just excited because this is a brand new school in our community, and we really get to set the standard and we get to learn all about the people around us. And I'm really excited to build that relationship with our families and the people around us.
Yeah, thank you. We are thrilled to have you too. The second grade team is stellar. So thank you for joining us. All right, and in fifth grade teacher, I have to shout out to fifth grade because that's where I taught the longest. That's near and dear to my heart. Josie Poles joins us as a fifth grade teacher.
Hello.
Hi.
As Sarah said, yes, I'm Josie. A little bit about me, my background. I graduated with my bachelor's from Grand Junction in Colorado Mesa with elementary education, and I'm currently working on my master's for educational leadership. I've been teaching this upcoming school year will be my fifth year teaching. I've taught in first, fifth, and third grade. So I've had a wide spectrum of different classrooms, which I've really enjoyed to see like different spectrums from fifth grade to first grade, which is a huge difference. But it's been really cool to see the difference within first and fifth graders. Let's see. I'm really excited to be a part of John Adams Academy. Right now I teach at a classical educational school as well, so I'm really excited to further my career with that. One of the 10 core values that I really resonate with is the high standards of academic excellence. I think having strong rigor in your classroom is super important while also focusing on developing their character development. Some things about me outside of school. I love running. I recently finished a half marathon, working towards a full marathon, but we'll see. That's a big one. So, and then I really enjoy anything outdoors, hiking, fishing with my husband, camping. So anything outdoors.
Well, you're in the right state then.
Yeah.
Well, we're really excited to have you and can't wait for all of the great things that you bring to our scholars in the fall. So thank you so much for joining us. All right, and our assistant headmaster, her name is Mrs. Kristen Krieger, and I'm really, really excited to have her on our team. Are you with us, Kristen? Were you able to log on?
I am. Thanks, Sarah. Can you hear
Hey,
me okay?
hello.
Yes, good. Well, thank you. I have to say, when I was a teacher in the classroom, I would teach my kids a nonverbal signal uh, where they like show their connections. And as everyone's been talking, I've been like in my head, just you found a staff with such amazing beliefs about education. I feel very in line with everybody and can't wait to meet everyone in person. I'm very excited to start as assistant headmaster in the inaugural year of John Adams Academy. I do have 20 years of education experience in the Denver metro area, mostly teaching K through 4, and then the last few years in administration. I have a master's in educational psychology and my EDS degree in educational leadership. I am a true lifelong learner. I love kind of challenging myself and learning new things, and I look forward to learning everything as we go through this journey together. I have a very strong belief that strong leadership is important in guiding the direction of setting climate and culture, which is incredibly important within a school. So during kind of my time just interviewing with John Adams and getting to know Sarah a little bit, I was amazed about the vision of not only being a servant leader, but developing future servant leaders that really honors the depth of knowledge that we want our students and scholars to have, but also that grounded character development that is so important to being a well-rounded human. Um, the spirited discussions that I heard mentioned in the classroom, rooted in timeless ideas, and just inspiring our young people to think deeply, lead humbly, and serve generously were all things that drew me to taking on this role with this new staff. So I'm very excited to get started, and I look forward to meeting the John Adams Academy families and finding out more about how we can all work together to support these young scholars.
Well, thank you so much, and we are remarkably lucky to have Kristen on our faculty. So thank you for coming to us. We're lucky to have you.
But thank you. I look
You're
forward to it.
welcome. All right, and next, Miss Maddie Stadler. She joins us as one of the sixth grade teachers. Hello, Maddie.
Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, I'm Maddie or Madison, but everyone calls me Maddie. And I'm excited to be joining John Adams as a sixth grade teacher. I am currently an educational assistant for over here at Roxborough Intermediate. I have one personal student that I work with who is a third grader, but I'm also working along couple fourth graders and a couple fifth graders as well for extra support. I also am around the IEP kids and those kiddos who just need like extra support and extra group support when it comes to especially reading skills and writing skills. I am currently still in school at Metro. I am going for secondary education in English. I'm a huge English nerd. I love English. And always, I remember high school, middle school, always reading a book, no matter what. I'm actually in the middle of Iron Flame, so it's going really good as well. I know that we talked about that last time, so
Yes.
it is going really well.
Good. Okay, good.
I am a native here in the Roxborough Sterling Ranch area. I've lived here basically all my life. So I'm literally like 5 minutes away from where the school is being built, actually. But yeah, I have a dog who is like my son. He and I are two peas in a pod, and I have three younger sisters. My poor father has all girls, so we all are very different too. So, it's definitely fun for him though. But I have a couple of the core values that I have always like seen myself as, but the main one is self-governance, personal responsibility, and accountability. I'm definitely the person who wants to make sure that you are making sure that you're being held accountable for doing the right thing or doing the wrong thing, but making sure that you're getting that responsibility as well. And yeah, so that's a little bit about me.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. We're really excited to have you in the fall, and sixth graders are so lucky to have you. So thank you for joining us.
Yes, I'm super excited.
Thanks. All right, Megan Pinner, she is one of our teacher aides. She's not able to join us this evening. She has kids who are going to be coming to JAA in the fall. She is a lovely human being and is super passionate and devoted to the classical model. So she'll join us on another webinar where we introduce some new faculty, but did want to make sure we give a shout out to her as well. So welcome, Megan. If you're not here, if you are and you can't log on, or I think she was out of town tonight, so I think that's why she couldn't join us. But Megan Pinner, and she is wonderful. All right, and next is Olivia Carnes. She is joining us as our school nurse. Hi, Olivia.
Hello. Hi, I'm
Hi.
Olivia. I'm very excited to be joining the John Adams Academy family. I earned my nursing degree at Pikes Peak State College. I've been working as a bedside nurse and an acute care unit for the past 3 years. My husband and I are both Colorado natives. We have two beautiful children. One will be joining John Adams in seventh grade and the other in fourth grade. They are also very excited. I just cannot wait to be a part of this community. The self-governance, personal responsibility, and accountability are values that we teach at home. So amongst that and other values that a part of John Adams, those are things we teach at home. I'm very excited that they're going to be having them taught at school as well. I love to be outdoors with my family. We love to go paddleboarding, up to Glenwood Springs in the hot springs. Right now, we are very devoted to lacrosse. That is probably our main hobby. We eat, breathe, and sleep lacrosse, and I also love to read.
Well, we're so excited to have you, and we're really glad that the family's coming on board and that we get to have your kids as well. And yeah, she's exceptional, and we're so lucky to have her full time as our school nurse, which is amazing. So thank you for joining our team.
Thank you. I can't wait.
Yay. All right, and administrative assistant, we have Seema Sahu who's joining us. Seema, are you here today? I
Yes,
thought
I
I saw
am.
you. There you are. Hi.
Hi, everyone, and good evening, everyone. And thank you so much for being here. My name is Seema Sahu, and I'm truly honored to be joining John Adams Academy in an administrative assistant role. And a little bit about me, I'm, of course, from India. I moved to USA in 2016. So, and in New York, I lived for 5 years. Now we moved to Colorado in 2022. So we lived in Littleton area. Now just in November we moved to Sterling Ranch. I live 2 minutes out from the school. Every day I see the school, so that's why I'm really excited. I don't have to drive anymore. So I don't like driving at all. So yeah, and so I have two kids. So one is gonna be in the third grade next year, and my daughter is gonna be in the first grade. So, to be a part of a strong value-based school community is very meaningful to me, both professionally and personally too. So, my professional background is back in India. I have done my bachelor's degree in computer science and engineering. So, in there, I was working as a computer networking lecturer in a college. So, I was part of a new school over there too. So, I really like that feeling, like like you have to put all 100% of yourself to a new school. So I really like that. So now I'm serving as a early childhood educator, and I'm also a licensed financial professional, so which has strengthened my commitment to service responsibility and helping families plan thoughtfully for the future. So over the years of working closely with the students and family, it has shaped my belief that strong systems, clear communication, and mutual respect create the foundation for a student's success. So, what truly drew me to John Adams Academy is its dedication to the 10 core values and its mission to develop servant leaders. I believe education should build integrity, responsibility, respect, and a lifelong love of learning with academic excellence. So, outside of work, I enjoy spending time with my family. I really love cooking, like especially Indian food, and reading. And recently I finished one book that is autobiography of a yogi, and this is my new favorite book, and it really I learned a lot from this book. And this book inspires me to live with purpose and continuous growth. So I really appreciate the opportunity to introduce myself. Thank you so much. Back
Well,
to you,
we're so
Sarah.
lucky to we're
Thank you.
so lucky to have you.
Thank you so
And
much.
Seema,
Yes.
by the way, is the woman that you'll see when you come through our front doors. So now you can see why this kind, wonderful human being is just the right person for that role.
Thank you
So
so
thank you,
much. I
Seema. We're
really
so glad to
appreciate
have
it.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. And joining us in third grade, we've got Shannon McCormick. Hi, Shannon.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
So yes, my name is Shannon McCormick. I am soon to be Shannon Smith. I will be getting married here in May. So it's coming up pretty soon. A little bit about me. I actually was born and raised in Roxborough. So like a lot of people, I live about 5 minutes away from the school. So I have very much so enjoyed getting to watch it be built and all of the cool things that are going on. I earned my elementary education degree from the University of Northern Colorado. I was up there from 2019 until 2024, where I was also a cheerleader on the cheer team up there. So that was absolutely phenomenal. I really enjoyed it. I am super passionate about building a strong classroom community where students can kind of feel supported, challenged, and inspired to grow. That's something that I didn't necessarily receive growing up. And so that's something that I really strive to put forward into my classroom. I will be a first year teacher this year. So that's also super exciting for me. I'm really looking forward to it. And I don't think that there's really a better place that I could start my teaching career. So I'm super excited for this opportunity. I am drawn to classical education specifically because of its commitment to developing both character and intellect for students. I think that it's a super important thing for students to have developed for them. And I think the best place to do that is to start developing that within the classroom. I believe in really creating leaders through a foundation of personal responsibility, truth, and the rest of the core values that John Adams Academy stands for. And that's something that I really hope to bring into my classroom is teaching these students not only how to be a student, but also how to be a person. And I think that third grade is really the age where students kind of need to learn and start developing that core belief system of how to be a good human and not just a good student as well. Outside of the classroom, right now it's all wedding planning because I am getting so close. But other than that, I really do enjoy reading as well as normal Colorado activities with my fiance and my dog. We do a lot of off-roading, hiking, kayaking, that kind of stuff in the summer. And I'm super excited to be part of the JAA family. And I think that it's going to be an absolutely amazing opportunity. And I'm super excited to be here and help the students of JAA and help build the foundation for what's to come.
Well, we're so excited to have you. And everyone, she just talks like that all the time with just conviction and purpose and passion. It was phenomenal in her interview. She just knew exactly what she believed in from the first second that she started talking. So she's going to be an amazing attribute to our team as well. So we're really glad to have you. All right, and Tammy Vernon, I don't know, were you able to make it on tonight, Tammy? She's our new art teacher. I'm so excited to have her. Tammy, are you
Yeah.
here?
Yes, I'm here again. I'm
Yay!
having hi everyone. I'm having
Hi.
a problem again with my camera. I don't think that you can see me, but anyway, yes. As I sit here and listen to all of you, I can't even tell you how much more excited I am to be having this opportunity. And I'm going to say this because I'm new to the classical model. So just hearing this, all what you guys are saying and what your beliefs are about it just makes me really excited. So I want to start there. So thank you for this opportunity so much. I am originally from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I went to the University of New Mexico and got my Bachelor's of Art in Art Studio. I have been teaching for 18 years. I have licenses in Colorado, Virginia, and Texas. The most recent school that I taught at in Adams 12 was a K-8, Thunder Vista K-8. Actually, it was a P-8 school. So I'm really excited to be able to teach the younger kids as well as all the way up to the older kids and have that variety because I just have experience with both of them. And there's, things that I love about the older kids, the more complex lessons and that sort of thing. And then just seeing actually all my students grow over time and build that confidence in themselves. And so I'm just really excited about it. The thing about the core values that I have that resonate with me is actually they're all
Are you there, Tammy?
amazing.
Oh, there we go. Hi, Tammy, are you there?
Being an art teacher activity, and I also have very high and academic excellence. So, hello, can you guys hear me now?
You cut out
Can you hear me?
for a while
I
that when
don't
you were
know.
talking about what resonates with the 10 core values with you.
I don't know, my computer's saying I have a low broadband width or something like that. So I apologize. I'm so sorry. But what I was saying is, just all 10 core values resonate with me. But being an art teacher, I love the fostering of creativity, and I'm really excited. So when we had our interview and you were talking about how working with the other teachers and what they're going to be doing in their classrooms, is I always try to instill that and work that into my lessons and my curriculum. So to be able to work with these teachers in the correct classical model is really exciting for me, because I also love that the classical model is like for to inspire others, not only students but teachers, to be lifelong learners. So I think it's going to be really wonderful for me to grow as a teacher, to help my students, inspire them, and work with other teachers in that classical model. Also, I like that it inspires greatness and goodness in kids, and just that community is really important to me, and just the appreciation of our national heritage. So all of it just kind of resonates with me, but I it's just really exciting. The As far as what I like to do outside of school is, I am a painter. I like to do watercolor painting and also acrylic painting. I love nature, so my paintings are more geared toward the nature type themes. I love being outdoors, and I'm not in Colorado right now, so I'm very excited to move back to Colorado. I've been moved around a lot of different places, but it's such a beautiful state. It's near my home in Albuquerque, New Mexico, so I can go see family more often. Um, let's see what else. I just want to thank you so much for this opportunity. And when I hear all of you, and I'm really excited to get to meet all of you, because you've inspired me, just being always in public schools, and to come to something that's has different values, and just different. It's just a I don't know, completely different model, but I'm just excited to learn more and to get into it with the kids, and just really share my love of art with them. And I love to see the growth of kids, and I love to see them get excited. And it's amazing. And you probably all have seen this, being in education, what little kids as young as 5 years old can do and create. And it touches my heart to see them so proud of themselves. And I love to show off their work in the hallways, and to when I see them walking down the halls and they're so excited and pointing out that this is mine and so forth. So I'm just really looking forward to that. I've always, mostly in the elementary level, I've had art shows. In Jeffco, I worked for one school, Meiklejohn Elementary, for 6 years, and it was a big major production for our art show. We would hang, and the parents helping me with that, and my family, over almost 2,000 pieces of artwork. So showing off kids' artwork is huge, because I think they need to be celebrated, because it's all about them and their creativity and feeling proud of themselves. And so that's kind of
Thank
kind
you,
of
Tammy. Well, we're
thank you for
we're
this.
so glad to have you on, and
Thank you.
grateful for your openness to being a lifelong learner. That's one of our values too. It's just scholar empowered learning, never
Okay.
stops. So thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. Excited to
Thank
have you.
you.
You're
Thanks.
welcome. All right, and I think Tim O'Shea is our facilities manager. I think he's the last one on our slide tonight. So we saved Tim for last. Thanks for hanging on.
Can I hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. Come up.
Excellent. Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
It's an honor and a pleasure to be part of such an amazing team. Um, I'll start off by saying, I'm very excited to join John Adams. This is going to be very new to me. I've been in the military for the last 10 years, and I am still in the military currently, in the Colorado Army National Guard. And I can touch on that a little bit here after I scroll through some of my bio and just hit the wave tops for y'all. But Timothy O'Shea, I go by TJ. I'm currently a lieutenant with the Colorado Army National Guard with the 1157 Mountain Infantry down in the Colorado Springs area. But I built my life around faith, family service, and the outdoors. I earned an associate degree of applied science and ecotourism and adventure travel from Hocking College in Ohio. So in the beautiful Hocking Hills, if anybody's ever gotten an opportunity to travel into the Ohio River Valley, I grew up in the cornfields and moved down to southeastern Ohio to go to school. Um, then I transferred over to Ohio University, just down the road from Hocking College, pursuing outdoor leadership with a degree in outdoor recreation and education with a emphasis on high adventure travel and adventure leadership and wilderness survival type stuff. So I love the outdoors. It's helped shape me. It's helped shape who I am as a leader. A couple of scholar societies that I've been a part of throughout my earlier education. What else we got? Got to hit my books. Got to hit my books.
You got it. You got it.
My,
You're following a line.
my wife, she always pokes fun at me. One of my favorite books is Lord of the Flies. All right, some remedial books. I'm a rec major. All right, in Hatchet. But they kind of inspired me to look into the wilderness and love the wilderness for what it is. Obviously, Lord of the Flies for the craziness of what that book brings to the table. Let me move on. Yeah, like I said, currently I'm a commissioned officer. So I'm going to be kind of wearing two hats for everybody at the school. So I'm going to still be serving the country, the state, the community, God, family, and the school and the community as part of John Adams Academy. But I've been part of special operations and mountain warfare within the state of Colorado. I've served overseas on multiple rotations for the global war on terror. So I bring a lot of background with my military experience, as I've heard a few other folks on as well. Above all, I'm a husband and father. I've got four children, two stepchildren that are they left the nest, and my wife blessed me with kind of starting over with a family of our own. So I've got two littles that'll be joining us at John Adams Academy, Ashlyn and Cabin, and they'll be second and fourth grade. Cabin's the younger one in second grade, and Ashlyn in fourth grade. We got a dog and a cat, and our house is a circus. My wife works two full-time jobs, and most recently, I yanked my kids out of STEM school, and I'm currently a stay-at-home dad and homeschooling my children. So it's the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. So we're excited to start up in the fall. What else I got? I'm very excited to be the facility manager. And one of my primary goals is to make everybody's job as easy as it can be, and to make your jobs easy and to facilitate and help you give the tools you need and the facility you need to be productive educators. So on that support side of the staff, it is very exciting to me. I've got a big background in all things managing facilities and anything from pounding fences to fixing pipes. So I think I'll excel in that job. Safety is of my utmost concern. Regulatory compliance, preventative maintenance, proactive planning for the school. Just having these mission aligned facilities where the students and you as the staff members can thrive and not have to worry about these ancillary problems that pop up every day. And hopefully I'll be able to, lurk in the shadows and pop up and help you troubleshoot any problems that you have regarding anything outside of your educating with the kids. I'm an open door. You can reach out to me anytime, anyone, anytime, any place. We spend all of our time up in Grand Lake. I'm trying to develop property up there for my family and I, as a investment, but also a future place where my wife and I can probably retire up in the mountains. I've been in Roxborough for 11 years, so I'm 5 minutes up the road, like many of you. I'm excited, and again, like I said, anything outdoors, sports. I love sports. I love outdoors, and I'm very excited to be part of the team.
Well, we're so excited to have you, and thank you also for your service. Yeah, he's going to be a tremendous asset. He during our conversations, I was bringing up just all the things to think about. He's like, "Oh, I've got that. I've got that. I can do that." And I was like, "Okay, all the things." Yeah. So
Yeah,
we're really lucky to have you, Tim. Thank you so much for joining us.
appreciate it.
And yeah, we do have one other faculty member that I wanted to introduce tonight. He is not well. He will be joining us at the next one that we have. So I will go ahead and stop share because I don't want to steal his thunder. So we're going to hold off on him for the next round of faculty sharing. So that is everyone who was able to join us this evening. And I am just so excited that we have a phenomenal team. I hope that what you're all seeing from this is that we've got some really passionate educators, some phenomenal teachers, folks who come from all walks of life and who are just doing these incredible things for our school. We have an inaugural year. One of our big drives is building culture and really communicating with our community well, effectively. So I think we have a pretty stellar team, and I can't wait to work with everyone and have everyone in our beautiful building that is just getting more towards the goal line every day. So with that, thank you all so much for joining us. I will take a little bit of time here to go through some of our Q&A. And where? Oh, there's my Q&A. Okay. Well, as of right now, we don't have any open questions, so that's easy enough. We'll hang out for a couple of minutes if anyone wants to add any questions, but otherwise, panelists, feel free to log out if you have places to go or things to do. And for those families who joined us tonight, I am again so grateful that you took the time out of your evening to join us. There are many places that you could be, and you chose to be here. Here's a question. How's the progress of hiring kindergarten teachers? We have a couple in the works right now. So we have a couple in the works right now, but haven't signed on yet, and so there'll be next round of faculty updates. Yes. Will teachers have a certain dress code? Yeah, so in a classical school, traditional charter model, business professional is the way to go. So we're not wearing full suits obviously every day, but business professional / casual. There's a certain dress code that we'll go over with our faculty. We will have some Fridays where we have jeans, so I'm really excited about that too. So that's a really good question. Any others? I can speak about the building update for all of you who are on. Got on the OAC meeting today with the performance charter and the construction team who's working on our building, and we're right on track. So that was really exciting. There's been a lot of wind, as you all have noticed, and so there were some walls that came dislodged over the weekend, and so they brought some teams on to do overtime over the weekend to get those back up. So the wind was a little bit of an impediment, but they came in and were able to get those fixed. Currently, they're working on the roof. So they're going to have the classroom portion covered by mid-March, which is really exciting. So apparently having the roof on is a big thing. Any plans for a library / librarian? Yes, in phase 2 of our build out. So once we have phase 1, it's about 2 to 3 years. Phase 2 will be an extension to the building. There will be more high school classrooms, a bigger gym. We'll have a CHASA-sized gym in that phase 2 build out, and a library as well. So what we have planned for phase 1 will be classroom libraries, and so we'll do our best to get extensive classroom libraries for teachers to be able to offer their scholar selections from. Are all the classrooms going to have the same layout, or will we have different layouts? Yeah, so really great question. The classrooms all generally look the same in terms of structure. And so, there's the same kind of furniture layout, whiteboard in each classroom. Art will have discussions about just the kinds of decorations that can go on the wall, and, think elevated, purposeful, beautiful art on the walls. But generally, the classroom layout looks the same. In the K through 2 grades, you'll see more age appropriate materials in there, like carpets and smaller desks, more kidney tables, things like that. But generally speaking, the classroom layout will look the same for most grades. And then a question about getting in for setting up. So our certificate of occupancy is scheduled for the end of July, and then we would love to have teachers come in on August the 3rd. So we'll have 3 full weeks prior to. So hopefully enough time there, lots of storage, and we'll get our big furniture delivery around that time as well. So I'll be asking everyone, come help with desks. It'll be a big haul. Yeah, those are all really good questions. Good. Okay. Alrighty. Well, we are at 6:30. If anything else pops up, please let me know. And thank you all for joining, and thank you for spending time with us. And I'm glad you all got the chance at least to meet each other virtually. We'll all be in touch, and thank you again, and have a wonderful rest of your week and weekend.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you all.
Take
Bye.
care.
Of course.
Thank